excited to see my brother Bongani.
Yes, Bongani.
Hey, how are you?
Oh my God, my brother, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm very good. I'm
Hey,
so glad to be talking to you.
cool. Me too.
How are things there?
Yeah, it's just cold. Terrible.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah,
now, Bongani, your code and my code is probably not the same.
I
Okay,
know.
gang, we are live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Woo, woo, woo. Delighted. I'm Kathy Bullock, and I'm your co-host along with Joe. I see we're bringing you this wonderful event, and I need to say hello to all the folks I see and Flawn. Hey, Bonnie, Karen, Celeste. Hey, Kathleen, Annette. Kathy, Elizabeth, Steve, Pete, Carolyn, Thomas, Dion, Elise, Isabel, Dan. I see LMG, but I don't know what your initials stand for. But I'm glad to see you, Carolyn, and who else did I have? Nancy, Adele, Ann, Martha, Beth, Lisa, Mary, Jane, Busy, Nancy, Elizabeth, Dennis. Hey, Jane, my girl Jane Lowe's there, and Diane, Greg, and many others who have joined us today. We are in the final day of a 2-week session or overview talking about songs dealing with issues of race and singing powerful stories and sharing powerful stories. And I am really honored to be a part of this story, and invite you, if you're free, to come back and join us for some more dialogue and sharing this evening at 7 p.m. We'll talk to you later. We have a fantastic group lineup for you today. I'm just saying, fabulous. So we have two phenomenal young men. I can call y'all young men, can I? Yes. Shodekeh and Bongani. He said, no, don't call him. but you know, we connected because he's from my home in Washington, D.C. Our first the first artist will be Shodekeh Talifero, who is a beatbox artist and breath artist. And he's going to share a little bit with us and he's coming to us from Baltimore, and he'll be followed by Bongani Magatyana. I messed up your last name. He's gonna kill me. He's a good friend. He's coming to us straight from South Africa, and he will be sharing as well. So I'm going to turn it over to Shodekeh, and please join me in welcoming him back to the Daily Antidote of Song. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. So what I want to offer for you all today is another vantage point of how the voice can be used, and yet it still provides a common thread or a common foundation that I believe will allow everyone to see themselves in what I'm about to share with you all today. So I identify as a beatbox artist, vocal percussionist, and as a breath artist. And using breath is a creative medium that I've been utilizing since about the age of 7 or 8 years old. And as I am now entering my 15th year in 2021 as a professional vocalist and musician, in these last few years, I've started to notice that there are specific ways that the voice can be used creatively when focused specifically on breath. So there are two main lines of inspiration that allowed me to come to a place of understanding the possibilities of breath art. Uh, the first one was my patrilineal line, beatboxing, vocal percussion, stemming from hip hop music and hip hop culture. And breath is a very strong core of how we maintain our breath control and yet percussive sounds at the same time. So for example, you might hear me as a beatboxer embody a rhythm and phrase of music like this. So breath is always at the core of maintaining beatboxing and vocal percussion. But as I started to play music for dance professionally back in 2006, I was given an opportunity to approach using my voice for dance technique in a completely different way. Um, my first class was with Vincent Thomas, a modern dance professor and pioneer located here in the DMV area. And there was one day where he said to me, "Can you try something more environmental?" And I said, "Okay, well, what do you mean?" And he said, "Maybe something like ocean waves or wind blowing." And I thought to myself, he must mean something like,
Wow, Shodekeh, that's great. Can you make it a little bit louder, some of us, for as you're talking?
"I'm as loud as I can be."
Okay, y'all, just listen carefully.
Thank you. So dance became the matrilineal inspirational line of my idea of breath art. So what I want to do now is take you on a small, brief journey of the ideas, the embodiments, the methods, the techniques, and some of the philosophies of what I consider myself to be immersed in as a breath artist. So taking myself all the way from childhood to my first professional year in 2006 as a musician for dance up to this point now in 2020, breath culture is in a completely new place. Breath culture has shifted due to the rampaging reality of COVID-19, something that's ravaging the respiratory systems of many people all over the world. The other breath paradigm that's causing a huge shift is the idea of living in the era of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor. It's so much more than just a slogan of "I can't breathe." That's been a reality that's been in existence for people of African descent here in the United States for centuries now, and also for people of African descent all over the world across the entire diaspora, as we continue to live with the global imprint of white colonialism. So I'm in a place of focusing on breath art now more than ever before in my entire life. It's something that I'm struggling with and unraveling with creatively, ideologically, philosophically, and as a way to explore how I can apply this to other mediums, to dance, to music, to film, and everything else. So, with that said, everyone take a deep inhalation, exhale, and listen close. Thank you.
Whoa! Oh my gosh. I just can't even imagine how much more profound this would be live, to be in that space with you so we can hear all of the nuances. That was profound. Shodekeh, you just
So,
took us to another place, another
thank
space.
you. That reminds me of a story, actually. Earlier this year, I was on tour with the tube and throat singing ensemble Alash. Some of you may have heard of them. We were performing in a venue in Wisconsin called the Folklore Village, and during my solo set, I was doing an emulation of wind blowing like you heard me do just now. After the entire concert was over, a bunch of people came up to me and said, "So when you were doing the wind with your voice, were you trying to harmonize with the wind that was coming in through the windows?"
Oh my gosh!
And I said, "Well, no, actually, I didn't know that that was happening and I couldn't hear it." And they said, "You should have heard it because the wind was coming in through the windows as you were doing that. And there was a complete harmonization." That was just as COVID-19 was starting to really have a profound effect around the world. And then a few months later, of course, the murder of George Floyd took place. So I've been thinking more heavily about this as a concept and as something to share and have resonate with people. But in these last few months, I've been thinking more heavily and deeply about it more than ever before.
Shodekeh, I would love for you to expound a little bit more after we hear from Bongani. If you would,
Absolutely.
just giving us a taste of this profound. I don't even have all the words yet for what I'm hearing you saying and the kind of connections with our surroundings that you are inviting us to go to. I'm going to hold that thought. I'll hold
Okay.
it here. And then I'm going to move to Mbongani from South Africa and invite him in the house all the way from, is it morning, noon, evening? What is it there?
Evening. It is an
Okay.
evening. It
Thank you
is
for being
half.
here. He's a wonderful choral director and composer, and I've had the pleasure of working with him in various settings. Phenomenal, Bongan. I think he tried to work it out earlier, previously, but there were problems with the internet. We're so glad you made it this time. Go for it, Bongani. Join me in welcoming him, please. Magatyana. I got it right. Bongani Magatyana.
Hi, everyone. You all look good. Uh, I will teach you a song. The title of the song is Masambeni. Okay, Masambeni simply mean let's go or let's keep on walking. The song it's from a production called The People of Nyala. You can get a clip and more about the production on YouTube. Right. Cape Town Opera had an outreach program where they go to high schools in the townships, black community, uh, and put together a production with the students. So they will hire a script writer, a music composer to work with the kids. So this is the song from that musical called The People of Nyala. In the story, in the village, Nyalashish is the village. We created a village because the story is about the Xhosa people, which is my clan, and the Khoisan people. They were living together in the story. So one woman gave birth to a child that has albinism. So everyone in the village was so shocked and confused because they never saw anything like that before. So it was their first time to see a child that has albinism. So they thought maybe they were cursed. So the king and the queen decided that he must throw the child to the river. After a few months, they were really cursed because their rivers went dry, their animals were dying, you know, and they realized that they've made a big mistake. They called the traditional healer to come and throw bones to show what is the problem. So the king decided that he must relocate and look for a better place where they can access water. So this song, they are singing while they are walking miles and miles. Some were dying on the road because they were starving, they were hungry. The song simply say, Masambeni. I will read the words for you, then you repeat after me. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi, Kukude, lapho siyakhona. Yes. So I will play. So in the song is it is in a 3-part harmony. Okay. We start when we perform in concerts. We use it as an entry song, sometimes as an exit song. We sing when we walk in or walk out. Okay. So we started as a unison. Okay. I will sing that part now, which is when we split to our parts, the unison part, the melody part will be the alto. Okay, so let's start with that one now. I'll play my keyboard because my voice died long time ago. I'll play my keyboard and I'll sing on top of that. Okay, so we go like this. Sorry. Okay, that's the whole thing. Then I'll sing now. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi, Kukude lapho siyakhona. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi, Kukude lapho siyakhona. Can we try to sing, everyone? Let's try 1, 2, 3. Masambeni wezinsizwa. Sorry, let's do it again. My mistake. From the top again. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Masambeni wezinsizwa. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi, Kukude lapho siyakhona. Okay, now I'm going to do the soprano part. Okay? So you split and you end with the altos. Okay. I'll play for the last time. I'll sing now. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi Kukude lapho siyabona. Let's try to sing, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi Kukude lapho siyabona. Last time. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi Kukude lapho siyabona. Now I'm going to move to the tenor part. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi Kukude lapho siyabona. Everybody. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi Kukude lapho siyabona. Again. Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni wezinsizwa, Masambeni webafazi Kukude lapho siyabona. Okay.
Yes, I can see us marching. Is there a special move that we have? You know, usually is for South African songs.
Masambeni, yeah. Okay. So in this song, as I said, that it was meant for a musical play, but we also use in our concerts. So as it is 3-part, if you're having a 4-part choir, you can maybe double any part the way you like. As I said, that now that it repeats itself, to keep it grow, you can start with unison, maybe twice, then open it up. Okay. And I always say that it depends if you're using it as an entry song, the distance from where you are to the stage. Okay. So you can always play around. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Please join me in thanking Bongani for giving us just a taste of the motherland today with Masambeni, which means to walk and move.
Yeah.
I think we had one of our previous song leaders talked about walking good as a way to say goodbye, sharing. We'll take a few minutes. And I wanted to provide Bongani any particular words. We're going to be talking, as I said, of. By the way, hello, Facebook friends. If I didn't already say hey to all of you as well, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it's just issues of race and Black Lives Matter and how we view this, where we go from here. Just sharing a bit about stories, and so I don't know if you would be able to join us then, but Bongani, from your vantage point, what would you want to share with us as we go through this day to day, what I call craziness, but what would you say in terms of issues of race from the lens of South Africa?
You know, it's always saddened me when I go to the theaters and find that still today we have more productions that are produced by the white community. You know, anything that has to do with my language, it's regarded less, you know, and it even affected our brothers and sisters in our black community. If you're doing a production in English, everyone take it serious. But if you do it with your vernacular language, it's kind of downgraded. It's like it is nothing, you know, and they made it us to believe that our language is nothing. Like now, I'm busy working on my CD with 10 songs. 5 are African wedding songs. Why is wedding songs? It's simply because as we are doing these workshops each and every year, we found that we are running out of wedding songs. Because the old groups, there's an old group called Platform One, the last black South African group recorded wedding songs. You know, today our choirs, they don't sing those songs. When you go to weddings, our weddings are influenced by the Western culture, but there's a part that you can't run away when the bride and the bridegroom walking in front of the house. They must do that kind of ritual. We must sing those old songs. When that time comes, children of today, they don't know those songs. Only the grannies that sings those songs. And it's so sad. Our kids, they only sing opera and classic. That is regarded as music in our country. Because in their school, choir competitions, when they sing, they always prescribe classical music. Even if it's an African song in my language, but I must write it in the Western style of writing. I've got a lot of songs that you can check on YouTube that are being sung by different choirs. If you can punch my name, you will see big choirs singing connected songs. So I'm forced to write like that in order for me to get a job in my country. But if I write the folk songs, so less people that have interest in that. So that's why I'm saying that it is the system, you know, it is the system that brainwashed our people to not to believe to their music, you know. So I can say it affect me that way as a musician of my country.
I see what you're saying. We can relate here in the United States as well. And I think that it's important to know that sometimes a person in their own space does not receive the recognition that they do outside of that space. Because I can assure you, here in the States, when my friends and colleagues hear songs in the South African language and traditional ones, we are filled with gratitude and we honor them very greatly. And sometimes it takes going outside to come back in. Doesn't make it right. And I'm with you, my heart, as a musician, continuing to do what you do. keeping that in mind, I wanted to ask Shodekeh, did you want to say, and we're running out of our time now, but I just wanted to know if you had any last words to say as you continue to strive forward and we continue to become more aware.
Well, honestly and truthfully, I'm processing so much right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
kind of not interested in words.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I am on this journey of deepening my relationship with my voice in terms of not just functional breath, but creative breath. And I think I have a lot more to say right now through creative breathing and through how I utilize my voice as an artist. And hopefully, I can find a way to create a highly constructive and dynamic feedback loop between vocalizing musically and then also vocalizing through language and linguistics. But right now, language is over there, and I'm just focusing on expressing myself creatively at this time. It hasn't even been a year yet, so
So
that
we're getting it fresh,
yeah,
fresh
that's the
from the
place.
box.
Yeah, that's the place I'm in right now.
Yes. And it's
And I
still
imagine,
processing.
yeah, I imagine a lot of people are in a similar place as well. I don't know.
Thank you for for being in, and it's okay, everybody, to be, a lot of times for me as an artist, we're asked to produce, get this out, put this out. But the process and the journey is the critical piece for me because it helps evolve, it's a continuing thing, as long as you live it. And it evolves and it impacts all the spaces around us and everything. So remembering the breath and how it's so much more. It starts with in and out, but it's so much more connections. And remembering, as Bongani is speaking as an artist, wanting to take pride in his own heritage and culture, and that the things that sometimes stand in the way of doing that, and how we continue to fight. It's ongoing to honor who we are and the people before us as we move forward. We would like for you to start to do it again, Bongani, one last time for this particular song that you shared with us. And I don't know, Joe suggested a possibility if you could play one part and sing one of the harmony sections too. That would be great. You can try singing all three and play. I'm just messing. But if you could close us out with this particular song, and let's follow up in our conversation later on this evening, those who can. And the rest of you, we're leaving you being sure to breathe and to listen and to honor. Let me shut up.
Okay.
Go, Bongani.
So we sing harmonies now.
You can sing one part, play
Right.
one part.
Soprano, just to recap, we are here. Alto. Tenor.
Bongani, we just lost your sound. Can you hear us? Yo, we can't hear you. Bongani, you're looking wonderful, but is he frozen, y'all? Oh. I think that's what he did. I think it's like that. I think that's how it goes, but Bongani, you're frozen. So let's try it one more time. I hope I can make my way through it. Oh, I gotta find the words so that I say I'm going back up, da, da, da. Uh-oh. I don't see the words. We might not be able to do this one more time. If I can't, I'm just scrolling through the chat. Oh, there it is. Masambeni. Here we go. 1, 2. Masambeni, zintsizwa. Masambeni, zintsizwa. Masambeni, bafazi. Kukude, lapho. Sakohona. Did we do it, y'all? We did it. And I thank Bongani for that. We had him at least most of the time from South Africa, y'all. I'm going to wave to y'all goodbye because our time is gone, but keep marching with Masambeni, keep breathing and all that good stuff. Good to see you. Look for you tomorrow or this evening if you can. So see you, Flan.